For any fellow PC players out there, I have an exciting event for you that's going on right now. It's the Steam Next Fest, which is running from June 19th to June 26th, 2023. In Steam Next Fest, there are a bunch of new game demos that are releasing for the most exciting games that you've been waiting for. So, in today's video, we're going to be going over some of those demos that I think you won't want to miss. So the first demo that I tried was for a precious game called Moonstone Island. I went into this demo pretty blindly, not knowing what to expect other than that it had a cute and cozy pixel art style with some farming sim elements to it. What I was met with in the gameplay really grabbed my attention and has made me excited for the full release. In the demo, you play as a young alchemist in training who flies to a new town where you'll gather materials and meet cute NPCs. The game definitely took a lot of inspiration from one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films, Kiki's Delivery Service, which focuses on a witch who flies to a new town to complete her training, and is also coincidentally taken in by a kind woman named Osono. The demo felt like a fair mix between Pokemon and Stardew Valley. One big critique I would have for the game would be that it felt like the day cycle passed by a bit quickly. I think if the time passed a little bit slower, it may have been better and slightly more enjoyable. I also feel like the game may have benefited from a character customization as opposed to having a pre-designed character, but that's just my personal opinion. And the biggest thing that I loved about the demo was how beautiful the environments, characters, and buildings were designed. This next demo is for a game that I've been excited about for a very long time. It's called Viewfinder, and it's a puzzle game like no other. In the demo, you're met with a beautiful, vibrant world and find out a little bit about how you got there. On your journey through this world, you're given seemingly simple mechanics and tools such as the camera. Now, here's where things get super trippy and cool. The photos you take with your camera can be placed within the three-dimensional space and help you to progress on your journey. This is actually a demo I played over on my Twitch channel when it first came out, so insert shameless promotion here. If you're not following me yet on Twitch, definitely make sure to do so at WadeLady. I stream multiple days a week and love playing simulation, adventure, and puzzle-based games. Overall, I was absolutely mind-blown by this demo. Definitely recommend you give it a go, and I cannot wait for the full release of the game. The next demo on my list was Station to Station. If you like strategy-based games, I'd recommend this demo to you. In Station to Station, your goal is to connect buildings across various landscapes via building train stations and connecting railways. The initial tutorial in the demo I felt was very thorough, and at no time did I ever feel lost or like I didn't know what to do next. The art style in this one is absolutely cozy exuding, and its music was also really quite nice. This next one was quite possibly the longest demo I have ever played, and I mean that in the best way possible. It is called Paleo Pines, and when I say this is a long demo, I got about 9 hours of gameplay until it forced me to stop. I was immediately drawn to this game's whimsical and cozy art style. Paleo Pines plays similarly to some farming sims out there, but one of the things that makes it most unique is its focus on finding and raising dinosaurs. Once you find a dinosaur that you want to adopt, you'll have to work hard to build its trust with you. So not only do you get to adopt precious dinos in this demo, but you'll also be able to do a lot of exploring. And I found that the exploration in the demo was really rewarding, which I appreciate as a player. If you haven't checked out my first look at Paleo Pines demo, I definitely recommend checking it out if you're interested to see some gameplay of it. Next up, I tried House Flipper 2. I'll preface this by saying I've never played House Flipper 1, but I have played other simulator type games like Power Wash Simulator. So if you enjoy games like that, then this is definitely a demo for you. In terms of first impressions, at the start of the game you were forced to choose between a male and female gender. Now, as a female, this choice obviously wasn't a struggle for me, but it did make me feel a little uncomfy for anyone who may not identify as male or female, especially in a game where it seems like you never even see your character anyway. It just felt like an unnecessary choice. In terms of actual gameplay, I did feel pretty overwhelmed at the beginning of the demo just because there are so many different options and tools for you to choose from that they throw at you all at once. But once I got the hang of it, I found the demo pretty hard to put down. So this next demo is one that's a bit different in vibes from some of the games I've covered so far, but I absolutely loved it and I'm really excited for the full release. It's called This Bed We Made, which I found to be a super clever title considering the game you play as a woman named Sophie, who's a maid at the Clarington Hotel. Now this demo isn't just some maid simulator. You see, Sophie has some Nancy Drew vibes to her and a keen eye for investigation. In the demo, Sophie stumbles upon a guest hotel room with secrets inside she never would have expected. The demo's gameplay surrounds finding clues and then piecing together those clues to progress the story. As a lover of any mystery or detective-based games, I feel like there can be a fine line for those games between being too hand-holdy or being too challenging. I feel like This Bed We Made walked that line very well by not holding the player's hand, so that figuring out solutions felt very satisfying, and yet I never felt lost on what to do next. For any of you out there who played First Class Trouble, this game gave me similar vibes to that game, but in a single player form, of course. Overall, if you're a fan of puzzle and mystery-based games, I definitely recommend this demo to you. On to the next one, we have The Last Alchemist. I was drawn in by this demo for a couple of reasons. One being its whimsical art style, and also that it was published by Marvelous Europe, some of the same publishers of the Story of Seasons games. At the beginning of the demo, you're met with a tutorial area. Now, I want to preface this by saying I appreciate a game that gives me instructions at the beginning, so I'm not lost on what to do next, but I feel this demo may have taken that to the extreme. I feel like if the tutorial had a better balance of not only instructions, but also backstory and lore, so I actually knew why I was doing what I was doing, then that would be a big improvement. Once I escaped from the tutorial area though, I found myself really enchanted by the world, material gathering, and exploration. So if you like any elements like those in games, then this definitely may be a good demo for you. Here we have the demo for Spells and Secrets, which looks to be a cute witchy game. For me, I played this demo single player, and was first greeted with a pretty extensive character customization, which pleasantly surprised me. Beyond that though, I wish I could say more good things about this demo, but I honestly felt like the gameplay was rather basic and pretty subpar. So you can play this game in co-op form, and honestly I feel like that would have been a lot more fun, but get this, the demo and full game will only have local co-op mode. I was really honestly shocked by this, since online is the way a majority of people play nowadays. This next one was a super wholesome demo, and it's called Flutter Away. The premise of the demo is that your character is on a trip to the rainforest to study wildlife. Along the way, you'll encounter beautiful creatures like butterflies, frogs, and even a precious capybara, which you'll need to photograph and document. If you're looking for the ultimate cozy game to just chill to and relax to, then this demo is the one for you. Did anyone else out there play Nintendogs back in the day? Well, you're going to be very excited for this next demo. This is Little Friends Puppy Island. The whole game is about finding precious doggos that need a home and taking care of them in various ways, like feeding them and giving them baths. Along the adventure, you'll be able to play mini-games and collect new accessories for your dogs. I found myself literally smiling ear to ear throughout my entire playthrough of this demo. I cannot recommend it enough. My only gripe is that the full game is coming out on the same day as the new Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, but I'll be very excited to play Little Friends once I finish that game. Next up, I tried a demo for Escape from Mystwood Mansion. For any of you fellow puzzle lovers, I think you're really going to enjoy this demo. The whole thing made me feel like I was in an escape room, and I absolutely loved it. Fair warning that some of the puzzles in the demo can actually be quite challenging, but if you get stuck at any time, you can request puzzle-specific hints. And finally, the last demo on our list for today is a game called Wildmender. This is a survival-based game that takes place in a desert and has a cozy art style. I'm going to be honest that I wasn't amazed by the initial gameplay, but I think the full game has a lot of potential based on the trailers and the screenshots. This is a game that you can play either single player or with online co-op, and I feel like it would be well suited for the co-op experience. And with that, that's all the demo previews that I have to show you for today. But if you haven't already checked out my 9 cozy game demos video, definitely make sure to do so, because I've got previews on a bunch of wholesome demos that you are not going to want to miss out on. Let me know down in the comments below which demos you're trying out and what you thought of them. I'd like to save these last few moments to say some really special thank yous to my Tier 3 and Tier 2 YouTube members and Twitch subscribers: Bolt, Misshenanigans95, Alpha Leonis 82, Mr. Dad, Vicarious Nick, and Good Morning Dreamer. Becoming a YouTube member or Twitch subscriber is a really fantastic way to support my channel and is what allows me to continue creating content for you guys. So if you'd like to be mentioned at the end of each video, make sure to join today at one of those tiers. I really hope that you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video.